Hello, today I wanted to share with you what I use for concealer. It's actually a mixture of two products and it's something that works extremely well for me, so I just wanted to share in case you happen to have these two products and this may be something that you're interested in trying. So my most favorite concealer that I had been using for a really long time has been the Kat Von D Tattoo Concealer. And this concealer is absolutely amazing. The color I have is Sand, which is a good match for me because it's nice and fair and has yellow with maybe a little bit peachy as well undertones. And what I love about it is that it looks really natural. It is actually one of the few things, or actually the only thing, that works underneath my eyes, because with every other concealer that I have tried, they have settled into these creases underneath your eyes. They always settle in there and they settle into like fine lines and then just like fade away throughout the day. This is the most stay put concealer that I've ever tried, and so it actually stays underneath my eyes and doesn't go anywhere, which is absolutely amazing. I use it on blemishes as well as areas of my face that need concealing, like hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. And the only thing that I would change about this concealer, if I could, is I would make it come in a container like this, because I really like the doe foot type applicators where I can just open it up and like dot it where I need it and then blend it out. I either blend out with my fingers, or I like to use a sponge like this if I'm doing kind of like a larger area, like I have discoloration like here. I feel like my skin, it has some hyperpigmentation, so I just, put some concealer and blend it out with a sponge like this. And I would also make it a little bit thicker because it does have a really thin consistency, and sometimes that makes it hard to use. So it's a little bit difficult to get it on your finger and then get it on like a really precise spot on your face because of its consistency and because you're applying with your finger. So that's why those are the two things that I would change. But regardless of that, it's still, hands down my favorite concealer I've ever tried, even if, I have to use it exactly as it is like this. What I also acquired a little while back, in January actually, yes, because for my birthday I got this, is the Kat Von D Tattoo Foundation. And my color in this is 42. Yes, it says L42. I think that's what it is. And this is the lightest color that this comes in. And as you can tell, even, next to my skin, which, I'm pretty pale, this looks white next to me. This is really, really pale. And it actually has a little bit of a pink undertone to it, which is not ideal for me since I don't have pink. I'm more like peachy, neutral yellow. Those shades work better for me. So this actually is, not really the perfect foundation for me, because the color is off, and there's some other things. This isn't like a review on this foundation. If you're interested, I can do a review on this foundation. But actually the next color, I think it's 44, is too dark for me. There's a huge variation between this color and the next color. It's like a big jump. There should be like a couple of shades in between, and so I potentially could mix the two, but that requires the effort of buying, two foundations and mixing them, and basically I just haven't been using this because it's the wrong color for me. But it is extremely high coverage, just as good, if not better, than the concealer. And it is a thicker texture. This is more of like a runny texture. If you do like a drop of it on your arm and then you hold it like this, it'll start to run down slowly. It's not that watery, but it's not solid. But this is like a solid cream. You put it on your arm, it stays even if you hold it upside down. And so I thought, why don't I try mixing the two together to see, what I can come up with. And I will put them in my optimal container, which will be like this. And I know that this is probably the reason they don't do this, is it's not as hygienic as just squeezing it out, because you're, putting this on your face, on like a pimple, and then you're dipping it back in. So, I could see why people may not like this type of applicator, but it's just so much quicker and easier for me to just go, and blend it out. So anyways, here's my finished product here. And you can see on the brush, you know, it's relatively thick. I did probably half and half. I tried my best to do half and half, and maybe just slightly more of the concealer, just because I was afraid if I used too much of the foundation, the color would be wrong for me. It would be too light. I need, you know, it to be closer to this color. And I have been loving this mixture. I have been using it all the time. It's just so easy to apply this way. And by the way, you can get these containers at tkbtrading.com. That's where I got mine. How it works is you get an empty container. It's actually for lip gloss. Then it has one of these, I don't know how well you can see, but it's like a rubber stopper. It's not in the container, it's separate. And so, sorry, there's like a bird flying by, like a hawk or something. The rubber stopper, I'm not gonna be able to pull it out now that I popped it in. That's basically, you know, what cleans off the applicator. But you're gonna wanna, you know, set that aside. You're gonna wanna pump the foundation and put some of the concealer into it. Just tap it on like a table or something. If it gets stuck at the top, they're, you know, they're both soft enough where they just, you know, fall to the bottom if you just tap, tap, tap. And then what I do is I actually, if you have any kind of, I guess, stick, like a toothpick, I took a Q-tip and I cut off one end of it so it didn't have that cotton on it, so it's just like a, you know, like a little stick. And I used that and I just mix it up until it was, you know, nice and well blended together. Then you pop in that stopper and then you know, put on your lid with the applicator and close it up, and that's it. The only thing I want to warn you about is once you put in the stopper, and you know, you have to keep in mind you need room for this little thing to go down in there. So if your product is like up to here full, you're gonna get the product coming out the top. So you wanna leave some room. You wanna maybe have it, you know, down here. Just leave a little bit of room at the top to prevent that from happening. But that is pretty much it. I feel like this mixture together works just as well as this concealer for me, because this foundation is a little bit less budge proof than this concealer, I feel like. And so I was worried about what mixing the two together was going to do, but it actually, you know, having some of this, or at least half of the product be this, still provides me with the longevity that the concealer had. And, you know, the color works, and I just really like everything about it. I've been using this, you know, all the time, and I have it on today underneath powder, and so I just really like it, and I wanted to share. I know that it's a little bit complicated and expensive because you need two products, but I thought maybe some people already have both of these products and it's just something that they might want to try. And another reason that I'm really glad that I discovered this little mixture is because these concealers are no longer available in the same shades. So Sand is now gone and they've all been renamed. The packaging might look just slightly different now. I saw them in Sephora. And I think the lightest color is called Light or Fair, I can't remember, but I swatched it and it's much darker than this. So I was kind of like, oh no, what am I gonna do? This is like my most favorite concealer. What am I gonna do if I can't use it anymore because they got rid of the lighter colors? But now doing this and using this super fair foundation to lighten it up and making this mixture will actually allow me to continue using this product, because you know, I can't imagine starting the search for concealer all over again, because I tried so many different ones, and so happy, you know, when I found this, and now so happy when I found this combination. So, oops, dropped it. Just wanted to share that with you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.